Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm excited because we got some Mark IV Volkswagen content coming in. So I got my buddy Eric's Mark IV GTI. It's a 1.8T and we're going to be installing some IDF drop plates on it today. So if you're familiar with the Mark IVs, you know that when you slam them, since they're a rear beam for the suspension, the wheel actually moves forward, giving it caster in the wheel well. So as you can see, the wheel actually is not centered in the wheel well. So basically on Mark IVs that are either bagged or super static, what you do is you put IDF drop plates on it. So what IDF drop plates do is they actually lower the hub by 23 millimeters. They give you 2 degrees of camber and they space the wheel out about 15 millimeters. So it actually lowers your car, gives you camber. The camber is meant to make up the displacement of the plate that you're putting in there. So your wheel should be within about 5 mils of where you started from. So yeah, that's why the IDF drop plates are just an awesome mod, because one part just gives you so many benefits, and they're gonna look great and it's not gonna rub towards the front end, mess up the paint on his quarter panel. So Eric ordered these from Euro Tuning. I'm just gonna show you what comes in the box when you order these. So this is your hardware for the kit. It comes with some Loctite. So these are the actual IDF drop plates themselves. Let me open them up here. Alright, so I got the IDF drop plate all out of the packaging. So as you can see, this is the stock mounting location for the hub. So it actually moves it back. So it moves these back and up. Also, as well as when you see from the front angle, it corrects the toe. So as you can see, the top being the front of the hub and the bottom being the back, it gives you about a degree or 2 of toe, making the wheel sit straighter in the wheel well. And as you can see from here, the top is thinner than the bottom, which is where it gives you about the 2 degrees of camber. Alright, so now that we've gone over what the IDF drop plates look like and what they're going to do, let's start by throwing them on the car. So first step is we're going to jack the car up and take the wheels off. Alright, so we're going to take the car 5mm Allen and take off the center cap. And then a 17mm socket to take off the wheels. Okay, so now that we've got the wheel off and everything is exposed, we're going to start by taking off the wheel spacer, and then the brakes are all going to have to come off. Alright, so the caliper should just slide right off. And you're going to want to just pull that off to the side and take the caliper bracket off. Rotor comes off nice. Okay, so once you get like this, you have your caliper, the rotor, and the pads off. The dust shield quite literally just was so rotted it came right off. what you're going to want to do first is remove the caliper carrier bracket. It should be a 6 or 7 mil Allen key. And then what you're going to also want to do is pop the center cap off of the hub, the flathead, twist it around, and there you're going to expose your 30mm axle nut. Okay, so I just soaked all of the bolt in penetrating fluid, so you're going to want to take your Allen key now and break the caliper carrier. Oh, thankfully this one was actually nice and loose. And then same thing, there's one bolt on the bottom as well. Wow, I've actually never been able to finger loosen these bolts off before. That is crazy. Crazy. And there you have it, the carrier is removed. So just set that off to the side. Now what you're going to want to do is make sure that the heads of the nuts aren't too corroded. If so, squirt them with some penetrating fluid. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 30mm 12-point socket, this is an impact socket, and I'm going to put it on the hub and I'm going to loosen it all the way off. So now what you're going to want to do is actually just thread this back on about halfway and get your hub puller. So you're going to need a 3-prong hub puller, something like this, and pretty much what you're going to do is hook it onto the hub like so, if I can get it. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is you're going to tighten this down just to about where we loosen the nut to, and it's going to pull the bearing out just enough for you to loosen the bolt off where the hub goes so that you can remove the hub. So whatever size your wrench or whatever you use for this, mine happens to be a 17, so I'm just going to tighten this down and it's going to pull the hub forward. So perfect, just as planned. So as you can see, it pulled it back, if it'll focus, just enough that you can see the bearing race. So now you will have enough space to loosen these nuts off and be able to pull the hub. Okay, so what I found for the easiest way to do this is you're going to want to take your 15mm wrench and find the best kind of angle, and since these are so corroded, you're going to want to hammer it down on. It may not look like it's going to go on, but it will. So as you can see, now it's on there. It is super stiff on there. I'm going to hit it with a hammer to loosen it. And just like that, it is now pretty loose. So I'm going to do this one more time. Loosen it off and then take it off. So now, since I didn't want to strip it, I'm going to take a 5/8, which is a bit bigger, and now I'm just gonna loosen the bolt all the way out. Yeah, so pretty much now the nut is at as far as it will go. So you're just gonna do the same thing for the other 3 bolts and then get back. Now for the fun part, we get to put the IDF drop plate on. So the kit comes with this little tube of thread locker. These are the Allen nuts for mounting it. You know, I'll make sure those are nice and coated. Oh yeah, spaff it up. So I'm just gonna do these one at a time. Okay. Now we're gonna take the second one, same thing. Loctite it up nice. We're gonna go in the top right hole. Okay, so I'm putting a couple washers on there because Eric wants some more camber. You're just gonna place your hub back on. Forget to plug your ABS sensor back in. Alright, my camera's kind of low on battery, but I'm gonna give you the rundown. So pretty much I've got all of these torqued down. So what I'm actually gonna do now is take my 30mm socket and I'm just gonna impact it till it won't spin no more, and that will bring the bearing back into the place where it should be. So now I got all the brakes and rotors back on, so we can toss the wheel back on. Okay guys, so it is all done. Everything's installed, torqued down, Loctited. I got the wheel on and already it looks so much better. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so this is how the car sits with it still in the air. As you can see, it's pushed a bit far back in the wheel well. So right now, I'm just gonna lower it and see how it sits. Okay, are you ready? Damn. Okay, so as you can see, this is literally fender on the lip. And, well, it's not literally, but it's pretty stinking close. Got a decent amount of rear camber, as you can see. But we're definitely gonna have some rubbing issues as it is literally sitting on the quarter panel. So yeah, that looks wicked, man. So I'm gonna have to raise the car up a little bit, obviously. It might just be sitting like that because this side's on wood and the other side isn't. But damn, might have to pull those quarters a bit. So yeah guys, that is how you install IDF drop plates on a Mark IV or Mark IV GTI, Jetta, anything really. And I hope you guys liked this video. Hopefully it was helpful and helped you guys get your Mark IV more slammed and cambered. So if you guys like the video, like it, drop a comment if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Peace.